Hey guys, another night. We'll see what happens. If everything's cool, we'll see what happens. And I'm currently on the Lincoln 2 sideband. See if anybody's on. Hello. 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 Getting the noise again. I'm on the AC. I guess not. Let's go to the other radio. Let me turn that off. Let's go to the Bearcat and see what happens.
Goes up to chicken houses and check on the cattle and a few other things before it gets started.
I may have found you guys. So much distortion. So much distortion. This is where channel 28. This is where the splatter box comes in. Somebody's got dirty radio. Oh, I'm gonna be looking because I don't know when my daughter's gonna come in. Should be very careful because she doesn't know I go live yet. That's weird. Even channel 6 is kind of quiet besides the noise. Usually there's a guy on here splatterboxing the whole time. Everyone's asking where I am. Hopefully I get an answer. Channel 16 is usually is quiet too. '23, nobody's on. I keep forgetting to do this and put it on. Hopefully, I can get more people on. Let's see what happens.
I heard them PL250 wore out so bad that
Holy shnikes, there's so much going on. Hello.
Roger on his home 20
Hey, Star Killer and Forked River. How you doing tonight? This all maybe.
You're cutting up, man. I've been working today, and it's not quite dark, but I'm done. Hey, finish up. So I'm gonna grab something to eat. Have a good evening. Lee Majors, the voice of Texas.
This is called Skip. I'm on channel 28, 27.285. And what happens is you get what's called DX, or others call it Skip, which the ionosphere does some weird stuff where the signal, instead of going out and about, the signal goes straight up, bounces off the atmosphere, comes down, and it could be hundreds of miles away. So this happens. It happens on 10 meter, it happens on 11 meter. I don't know. Hello, what's going on? Why? Oh, the squelch was on. What am I doing? I'm trying to put the thing up so you can hear it. But I'm still trying to get a signal from somebody. Upper sideband, lower sideband.
Well, that's all. Or what? The TV thing and watch a movie and possibly.
Is that Mikey? Sideband power up. Hello. Hey, Mikey, you listening? Hey, Mikey, are you listening? I don't think he's gonna give me an answer, but let's see what happens. I don't think I'm gonna be on for very long. We'll see what happens. I mean, I did almost 2 hours last night. Let's see what happens tonight. And I didn't get a reply back. Hello. 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 What is going on here? What is that code name? Oh. Hello. 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 I got that meter. Hello. Hello. Mikey, you listening? I may not have the regular guys on tonight. I might not have the regular guys. They're lost. Hello. 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 Anybody out there? I guess I'm just going to go and search the band. Probe droid. Lower side. They're not FM. It must be out. Someone's got a Noise Toys hooked up to the radio. Noise Toys is a device that goes between the microphone, and the radio, and you can hook it up to a PC or your phone, and you can broadcast all kinds of noises without using the microphone. And I lost him. Maybe not. There's got Roger Beat. We're on 27.4550. We're just going back and forth up and down the VFO.
Oye, está saliendo muy bien para acá, oíste, saliendo súper bien.
Can you hear me good? It's Spanish. Oh, okay. I know what's going on here. I'm receiving signals from the Fleetcom satellites. The Satcom fleet. It's an old military satellite set that's been up there since the Cold War, and a lot of it's a series of satellites that went around the planet in geosync orbit along the equator. The Navy used it during the Cold War, and what happened is when they launched it, they figured there was no need for encryption. And what happened is nobody had encryption and nobody was listening in. No one had the equipment to broadcast out except for the government. And then on top of that, there was something happened. The people that developed the satellite system, come to find out, it was so sensitive. The system was so sensitive. It picked up Russian satellite communication, civilian communication, especially during the Cold War, when satellite phones were coming in, when you had the giant brick, the purse phone, where you had the receiver, it had the high watt power to talk to the infrastructure, it had the handset on there, civilian use. The satellite system was picking up the Russian cell phone signals. Now, this was less of a bug and more of a feature by accident. during the Cold War, that was a really cool, like, really neat feature. It was not a bug. I mean, it came out as a bug and turned into a feature. Now that satellite system is still up there in geosync orbit. It's still being used. What's happening here is these are signals from Brazil, around South America, Brazil area. And everyone over down there is using high power hams, and they're all the way down to 2700, the 27 band. And what happened was all the people down there just use amplifiers. They just use stupid amounts of power, and they're reaching that satellite, and that satellite's pinging it back up toward the northern hemisphere. This is what's happening. This is the cool stuff. You can tap into these satellites without even trying. I wouldn't, because it's technically still government property, and the FCC loves to collect more money. It doesn't matter who's in the administration. The FCC would take everybody's money if they could because of, oh, you broadcast too loud. But it's definitely Spanish dialect. It could be Brazilian, it could be Peruvian. It's hard to say what it is, but could be Mexico, could be Panama, could be Brazil. But you have that satellite. That satellite is always going to be in the same spot, pointing the same direction. And it's just going to follow that area of the planet. And they're using it. The government still uses that satellite system, not as much. And what happens is when you use that satellite system, if you tap into it like I am right now, not trying, it just happens. It's called propagation. Too many cars in my driveway. What happens is you get propagation because of the sky is so weird with all the crap that's flying through our air. These guys are using high power radios, bouncing up and it's coming back down. But the way the satellite system works, it goes up and goes everywhere. The Navy, as far as I know, the Navy still uses it. If the Navy uses it, it's all encrypted signals. So if you listen in like this, you hear it sounds like R2D2 going there's like all kinds of weird noises. It sounds like an old phone modem from the 90s. This happens. The Navy presumably still uses it. They may use this as a backup or as a redundant system, but I don't think they're using it for classified communication. Well, it's encrypted, but I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. They have this. I'm gonna write this down because this is what it's gonna be. I write a lot of notes. Lots of notes. So 27,455 megahertz. Fleetcom signal. Southern Hemisphere. I gotta get a board with all this crazy stuff. That's the AM band. No, it's upper side volume. They got all kinds of weird stuff in South America. It's all pirated stuff. It's all crazy stuff. Another one for my pile. I gotta get a regular board somewhere, a whiteboard maybe. My father thinks I'm crazy doing this, so yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm not gonna get the guys tonight. Yeah. I don't think what's going on here. Well, yeah. Oh goodness. All right, let's continue on. Let's continue on. Oh, let's go up to VFO. Is that interference or is that's interference? Somebody's out in the weeds. The nice thing about continuous waves is I can get a lot of interference out of the way, but I can't transmit out in it. Somebody in the upper side band. Somebody's out there. I may be too far away. Maybe I have to. Hola, ¿cómo estás? It might be more Fleetcom satellite, Skip. I like putting continuous wave. It clears up some of the distortion, makes things look come in a little easier. I just can't broadcast on it. I don't have a key for the Morse code, but no one's using Morse code. I only use it to listen in and help clear as I dial through the VFO. You know what? Let's just do this. Oh, it's more distortion. I hate that noise. I gotta figure out what that noise is in my neighborhood. What the? Oh. Somebody's out there. And I'm in the 2800, the 28 megahertz. More distortion.
Como una de las principales favoritas de los radioaficionados. Este noviembre, Papa 4 Gonzaga desde Puerto Rico. Adelante.
Puerto Rico. My Spanish is very, very rusty. More 28. 5300. I wonder what the radios are like. I really wonder what the radios for Spain, Spanish. Any has Spanish radios out there like.
Porque son las 8:49 de la noche. Como nota, esto fue una prueba que estaba haciendo, que estaba grabando un video para un amigo.
If anybody sees this, can you put in the comments below and tell me what they're saying?
Las condiciones hoy están excelentes. Un abrazo, mi amigo, desde Puerto Rico. Este es noviembre, Papa 4 Gonzaga.
I guess they're from Puerto Rico because it's the only thing I'm making out of it. They're speaking too fast for me to really decipher. Oh. Yes, I have bugs in here. So you may see one go across the camera. Yeah, it's distortion. Why does it fade in? Three megahertz, 30 megahertz. Now we're down 24. It's the stupid noise. I hate that noise. One of these days I get an SDR and I can see the whole thing. Yeah, that's all. And we're back onto the 10 meter. skip from the FleetCom satellite on emergency channel 9. Why? Why? It's because of FleetCom satellites. That's why. Here in the States, channel 9 is supposed to be the emergency band that the police listen to. How can the police listen to this 24/7? This is supposed to be for channel. This is supposed to be for emergencies only. This is supposed to go to my police station and to the trooper station and to the next town radio. But the FleetCom satellites and atmosphere skip just ruins it. There's a lot of people with noise toys. A lot of people have noise toys. This is 26 in the CB band. It must be skipped from the satellite system. Hello. Hello. Mikey. Mike, are you on?
1 second, hang on.
Or
1 second.
oh, that's not good. That's good. Go to 3,700. You said low side, right? I'm on channel, standing by.
Okay, terrific. You're standing by. I'm sitting down myself. There you go. I've been tuning around, working a bunch of stations on sideband, and I have my headphones on. I did not. You know what? Stupid me. I probably have. I think I got the group chat muted, so I didn't hear you. Had dinner with the family out. We got back around, I don't know, a little after 8. Didn't hear anybody on channel 30, so I threw it out there. What the heck is everybody? Roger got back to me. Apparently his allergies are bothering him, and he's got a splitting headache. So I said, sorry to hear. I think you saw that. So like I said, I was just tuning around, man. Sorry, I didn't see your text.
I was kind of pretty much doing the exact same thing. I was just up on the upper band, taking a look at everything. Apparently, the system I told you about. I found 3 different that were just speaking nothing but Spanish, and all I heard, they were speaking so fast I couldn't decipher, but it was just enough where it's like, okay, they're saying one says, oh, we're in Peru. And my brother's in Peru. And I hear Peru like 10 times. I go to another one and I hear Brazil. I'm like, well, that's probably the high south bouncing off the satellite, as I once found out a year ago. So yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that was actually a repeater system, not bouncing signals per se. But we had a really good, and we are continuing to have a really good band opening. I worked a bunch of stations to the West Coast this afternoon, both here on 11 and up on the 10-meter amateur. Worked two guys were actually in the same town of Bakersfield in California. I
Oh,
worked a couple of guys up in Washington State, and then took a turn. I worked a fella up on 10-meter. He was portable, low power portable in Colombia. QRP portable at 10 watts. So that was pretty cool. I mean, fortunately, I wasn't getting noise, and this guy was just barely moving my meter. Somewhere between a 1, not even quite a 2, 1, 1.5. So that was pretty cool. Just now, working a bunch of folks, Texas, Arizona, Lincoln City, Oregon. Yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of activity going on at the moment.
yeah, the sky's been really crazy, um, especially since sundown. Usually it's in between sundown. It's where that sweet spot where you still see the sun. Notice that the band just completely opens up. Um, People. I wish I got the gentleman's name. Um, Apparently, I got a hold of him in the mobile. I didn't get a chance to say it because of the noise. A gentleman who lives in Ocean County. I found him going north in the Guard State Parkway. He had a black truck and he had like an 8-foot solid antenna with some sort of crazy ground plane that just coils up about a quarter of the way up the antenna. And the guy was running off of the striker. I was like, dude, I've been told it's a good radio.
I'm assuming he was using the 955.
Is there any other one? The audio is beautiful. Um, I asked him. Oh well, I was tooling around because I was just kind of flipping back and forth, and I was getting like splashed from another channel. I'm like, what? So I went down, didn't hear anything. Went up to 32, and there he was, loud and clear. And I asked him where he's coming from. He goes, "Oh, I'm heading north in the Garden State Park. Well, I'm heading south. I'm getting off of Forked River." And I didn't know how far I was going to be able to get to him as he was moving. Uh, Invited him to come on up. He even said he heard us a couple of times. So I'm like, dude, come on. If you're up and around, come on 30. We'll talk. Like we're trying to get this community back up and running. He says he's trying to get his antenna up at his house, but all he has right now that's working currently is the mobile in his truck.
Yeah, cool. Very cool. Very cool indeed. But you don't remember getting his handle or his name?
No, I should have done that. I was pissed when he was like, "Oh, I'm starting to lose you." As I'm going down Lacey Road, I'm like, "Fuck, son of a guy." Whatever. I mean, he knows we're here. He says he's heard us before, so I basically told him, I was like, "Dude, just pop on in. Like, we got stations at our homes. We got radios in the cars. Don't sandbag. Just say hello."
There you go. Knock on the door with your elbows. You always got to bring something. That's what Mom always said. Whether you're picking up a cake or something to drink or whatever. All right, cool. All right, and this was what today? You said?
Yesterday, like I said, I didn't have a chance to tell you guys yesterday because all the noise and interference. Still got the noise. Not as bad, thankfully.
Yeah, that sucks, man. That really sucks. That it's so entirely disruptive that you can't work guys local to you. That's I don't know. I don't have any other way to describe it besides it just totally sucks.
I've been really tempted to call the power company and be like, I know you guys do this. I run a radio. I got a bunch of noise. It comes in and out. I know it's from your equipment. Go figure it out. Like I'm gonna see if it works. If not, I'm gonna be like, all right, either deal with it or find it and blow it up.
When I was living on Staten Island, and when I first got my ticket for amateur radio, I was an apartment dweller at the time. My landlord allowed me to put up the same antenna you're using right now. I had the Antron 99 that I was using at a previous apartment. And it was while I was living in this second apartment that I got my ticket anyway. Worked a bunch of 10 meters, had a nighttime sked with guys, and every once in a while I would get a noise similar to what you're going through right now. And it wasn't as intense, but not everybody was super local to me. It was mostly, for the most part, guys on Staten Island, but we had a handful of fellas in Brooklyn as well, and some in Jersey. So, and nobody at the time was really running amplifiers, so it was all 100-watt max, which is not bad. Don't get me wrong, not the end of the world at all, by no means. But the noise would be as intense as anywhere between an S3 to an S5. So, it got to be a little bit of a pain in the neck. Anyway, the point of the story is, one of the fellows here on Staten Island mentioned, well, listen, you're in luck if the guy is still working for Consolidated Edison and Con Ed. They to this day they still handle the electricity in New York City. He says people call, let them know that you're an amateur operator and you're getting man-made noise, possibly a bad transformer. They have a guy who troubleshoots that noise. My friend is telling me, who's also a ham. And he sympathizes and he does his best and he usually finds the problem. So I did just that. A fellow by the name of Hank, whose call I don't remember, came out and he did some checking around and he found a bad transformer about half a block away. And he was able to swap it out and that took care of that. This is like 1995, possibly it was 96 by then. So, good luck today. If there's any such person working for the local electric utility that has a clue what we're talking about, but it's worth a shot. Make a call. Say, listen, I'm a radio operator. I pay my bill faithfully. I'm a good citizen, an upstanding taxpayer. You got to help me out here. Come on.
I mean, they may say, yeah, sure, I'll have somebody sent out there, or I get laughed at. I get laughed off the other line. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Speaking of calling people, apparently Charlie was unemployed, and now
listen, I don't know. I don't follow his day-to-day thing, but from what I gather, it's not so much steady. It's he'll check in and find out what days they need him. So sometimes he works, sometimes he doesn't. That's about the gist that I get.
Well, I spoke to him the other day on the way to work. He's usually on the radio, and he wasn't on today, but he said he's getting a part-time job over at Tractor Supply near him.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Interesting. He's like, oh, I got this job. I started talking. He's like, who is that? Going to work? Yeah, I'm going to work here. I'm going to start working over at Tractor. Like right up your alley. I'm not a big fan of retail myself, but considering the atmosphere, you'd probably be fine working there.
Yeah, okay. Is that what he's going to be doing? He's going to be working retail, handling customers and whatnot. I thought he was more of a driver.
I don't know. He didn't say what his what criteria he's doing. I don't know if he's driving for them, which would make sense for him. I don't actually think he's going to be in the store, but
Yeah, the only reason I say, allow me to rephrase. The only reason I was a little taken aback, under the notion that he would be working in the store, because I don't know. I don't know if his people skills are really up to handling customers.
I don't believe it is. With my very, very, very limited personal interaction with him, I don't think he has. I'll say he's nice in small doses.
Yeah. All right. I'll go along with that. That's probably a very good way to explain it. Well, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Hey, listen. Hope it works out for him. I know that. I hope they're giving him some kind of flexible hours, because I know having, or I should say, being a caretaker to so many cats that he takes in, that he has said on many an occasion that if there are days that they need him to go in, with the job that he has now, that he'll say no if he has to take cats to the vet or that type of thing or whatever. So if he's going to be starting a new venture, I wish him well. Don't get me wrong. I don't know how flexible they're going to be with that.
I don't know. And oh God, the colony he has. Holy shnikes. I've never seen so many cats in one place.
Not just from you, but from other folks that have been there, that there are many, many cats.
Well, last time I saw him, he said he had like 41, 42, and they're all inside of his trailer. And out of nowhere, they just start swimming. They start walking up to the door, and it's just like, it looks like what's it, a Joseph's Technicolor Dreamcoat of fur. It just decided to just roll on over. I'm like, holy shnikes.
Yeah. Oh boy. I hope he's got it under control and all of that, because you have to ask yourself at what point. How do I put this? All right. I'll start over. You have
We're
to ask
trying to be
yourself at
nice.
what point, how many are too many? Okay. I've heard too many stories on the news about folks that they had authorities show up and they had take the animals because there was just way too many of them, too many to the point where conditions were extremely unsanitary, and the health of the animals was poor and all of that. And from what I understand, he's doing a very good job. Don't get me wrong. He's taking them to the vet, make sure everybody is okay and all of that. But man, oh man, 40. Whew, that's a lot of cats, man.
You know what? Those cats are probably the one, besides being on the radio. I think those cats are the only thing that's giving him like real drive to keep going, because
Oh, I got you. Man, oh man. More power to him. And he has a very, very, very large heart for taking them in, doing the right thing, as they are or were abandoned and stuff like that, rather than to see them, to provide a home for them. I wish him luck, and because that's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of work to make sure that all of them are fed and conditions are good, and their welfare and health are looked after. Can't say it enough, man. That's a lot of work.
dude, all I can think about the amount of food, the amount of shit that I imagine you have to buy for the cats to climb on and keep themselves occupied. if he had the whole catified where the furniture to climb, all the cat box, I can't imagine that. Can't imagine what size box you need for that many cats and how often you got to clean that sucker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Man, oh, man. I'm just gonna, probably assume that if there's 40 of them and it's a trailer, that they pretty much have the run of the place, dude. I don't think they have one specific area. I'm gonna say the entire trailer is their area, So that's it. They're doing their thing here and there. And as far as a litter box, I would imagine more than one. Many, many more than one.
I would imagine it would be the size of a kiddie pool.
Yeah. Okay, well, there it is.
I mean, he's a nice guy and all. It's just, I have nice guy. The place is, and I don't understand is that he lives so close to a substation. How is he not getting any interference from it?
I don't know. He is off the grid, you know that, right? He's not using commercial electricity. He has, I believe he has a generator. And, in fact, even for the radio and the amplifier, I think he runs, I don't know if it's the same truck that he drives around in, or if he has another one behind that he hooks up to and just draws the DC from there.
Yeah, he's got his regular truck that he drives all over the place. And he's got a second truck right next to the trailer he's in. And I don't know, I forget how many batteries he said he had, but he runs the truck. This truck is just primarily a generator. And and he says he's fine. I mean, more power to him, but still, even being that close, you'd have some sort of interference, I imagine, because I get the interference in my car when I drive down my street.
Yeah, no, I get it. I agree. No, man. I don't know. I don't know. I think. Oh man, what really gets his goat is when the band opens up and you got the Mexican chick at the taxi stand, and if VX stations start coming in, for example, the one seller, Station 21 out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Forget it, man. I just have to leave the channel, man. He starts flying off the handle, calling them spics, this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, no, gotta go by.
Yeah, I've heard Consuela on Channel 23 when I talk to Bob and I hear Charlie.
They give her the name of Maria. I don't know if that's just a goof or whatever. Consuela, Panchita, Manuel, Maria, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, you gotta get that 203 for the car, man.
Dude, trust me, I've actually been it's sitting in I made a small little profile with heart, but I'm just like barely even close to the button. But I got this feeling I'm not going to be able, I don't have a credit card. I don't like using credit cards. So yeah, that's my problem.
Hey, whatever you need to do is whatever you need to do. That's not the best way I could put that. All right, well, leave it in the cart. In fact, feel free to start putting other things in the cart, like, I don't know, a 503 maybe.
The often as if that hasn't crossed my mind to be like, oh, look at the 503 and run everything in here. And then put my 203 and put that in the car.
You see, now you're thinking.
Yeah, apparently tomorrow is Mikey's big day. He's getting solar.
No kidding. They're coming tomorrow, yeah.
Dude, he went from what he was explaining to me the other night, he was going completely crazy trying to make sure that the solar system was not going.
Yeah, no, that he was really trying to figure that out, trying to get the get a good answer on whether or not it was going to. Speaking of solar and electricity and off the grid, we were without. I don't know if you spoke to Ashley. We were out of electricity this morning for about maybe 30 minutes or 40 minutes. I think it went out around 11:20. I know what time it came back. It came back at like 12 or 12:01 this afternoon. Something about a gas leak over by Bay Avenue, Bay Parkway, whatever the heck that is. And they purposely shut electricity to make the repair. I guess they had electrostatic lines running parallel to the gas main. Maybe no, wait, that's all overhead over there. I don't know. For whatever reason, they had shut power temporarily. Not all of Lacey was affected. In fact, folks on the other side of Lacey Road, on the north side, had power, but on the south side, folks were out. Did Ashley mention if you guys lost power this morning?
No, we didn't lose power. I would have gotten an email from my phone saying my device phone about it. No, we were at it, and my thought was, Mike's not going to have power for a bit.
Well, it wasn't that long, thank goodness. It also affected the local cell tower. We have like one bar of service on our phones, and it wasn't quite enough to make or receive a call. No internet. So got a little nervous. I went and turned on my portable radio, and I heard voices. I'm always thinking the worst when there's a situation like that. If you lose power and there's no cell service. I mean, we had a bar or two bars, but I was like, let me just hear signs of life. I'll be okay. I heard 101.5, and I was like, oh, okay. It's just us.
And part of it was like, Red Dawn has prepared me for this time. The Red Dawn was the reason. This is the reason why I watched Red Dawn. This is it. This is what I was preparing myself for.
Yeah, it wasn't the whole Red Dawn thing. I was saying to myself, fuck, we were just having this conversation last night about the batteries and solar and your sister's ass and all that. I was saying to myself, this is too coincidental. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about it. Not for another 10 years at least. It's too expensive. I'll have to like refinance some. I'll have to like use. I don't know. I do put batteries in the house because I already have the solar. I just can't do it right now.
Hey, listen, you can do like Charlie, get a bunch of truck batteries in I don't know, a truck.
Dude, what do you think I'm doing in here? I got 2 battery packs on the floor. One needs a set of batteries. I'm going to put, when I get the battery pack for this other one that I want all the time, the one I'm on right now, so that when we do lose power, I can at least run a light and charge the phone.
I got you. Yeah. Even if I don't get the Delta system right away, the big, oh my God, the big Jagunda batteries, I really should get maybe half a dozen for the battery packs that you have there, the UBSs,
I mean, I'm not planning on running a TV. I want to have a light or two. I might get one of the big battery packs and just store it in the cabinet next to my refrigerator. Plug my refrigerator into that battery pack, and plug it into the wall behind the refrigerator. So if we do lose power, the refrigerator still works.
you think the fridge would last on that UPS?
I think a good like 2 days, but the battery packs that I want to buy for the refrigerator has a input for a set of solar panels. Well, actually, most solar portable solar panels, and it's universal. It uses it doesn't use a proprietary connector, but you can get a solar panel that unfolds. You can leave it on the lawn, and that would be it.
I got you. All right, sounds like a plan. Yeah, you gotta do something. That's for damn sure. Like I was saying, not last night, but when Mike first brought to our attention the Delta system batteries, and I'm looking at the price, and I'm like, okay, $6,000 is not bad for something that's going to supply allegedly the whole house. And what was it? 3 to 5 days. Not bad. Because I was considering a Generac that would do the same thing, and with installation, you're looking at $10,000. The Delta system battery might be, well, obviously it's $4,000 less. I don't have to necessarily have solar. I don't want to put solar panels on the roof, but a small generator, just to charge this thing. If, God forbid, for whatever reason, the outage is extended, or, if we are drawing a lot from that battery, so we always have the option to juice it up, So, yeah, things to consider.
Well, there's one thing you can do. You ever heard of GenerLink?
No.
GenerLink, it's either GenerLink or GenaLink, GENEA or whatever. It's a device that goes between your meter and the meter socket. And underneath it has a proprietary cable that you can plug into it. So you can plug in a gas power. When the power goes out, all you got to do is plug underneath, plug it into your generator, start it up, and the thing is automatic. So what happens is it will transfer over to the generator, and it runs the whole house as long as you have a system that's big enough. And the second you turn it off, it'll switch back to the grid. So if the grid gets reactivated, you don't have to worry about blowing up your generator or blowing up the house. It will still run on the generator until you turn it off, and then it will automatically go back to grid power.
Okay, interesting concept. But if I'm going to go through all of that, I might as well get the Generac. Then I don't have to worry about pouring gas into the generator.
Well, plug in your own generator into it, is what I'm saying. And you can always get a generator that runs off of natural gas, or you can get the multi-fuel generator, and you can run it off of natural gas from the house. You just gotta get a valve and a connector so you can just plug the thing in. So when the power goes out, you can just pull the generator outside, hook up the yellow hose from a natural gas tap from your house, plug in the generator into the GenerLink, start the generator, and it'll run on the natural gas all day and all night. And then when the power goes back on, it will continually run on the generator until you shut it off, and then it goes back to the grid.
I got you. I missed the part. I didn't miss the part. I didn't conceptualize in my head the exact concept that this thing is connecting outside, just after the meter, you said, right?
All right, look at the meter and the meter socket. This device goes between your meter and the meter socket. It makes it sticks out maybe about 2 inches. And if it's on the side of the house, you don't care. Awesome. That's great. You don't have to worry about it. And I don't know where is the the service goes into your house.
This is interesting because I believe my electric meter is on this side of the house, and yet my electrical panel is on the other side in the garage. Go figure.
Well, like I said, you can get a generator, a multi-fuel generator. They do make them. You can get one. You get a generator that's off the shelf that runs off of gasoline, propane, or natural gas, kerosene as well. And when you get the natural gas, you can just plug it in, open up the valve. No big deal. Start the generator, and it can go all night long.
Right. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. As opposed to having a portable generator and to run a cable through the garage into the house or through the backyard, or through the back door, or whatever, that you're just going right into the meter socket. I like that. That's interesting. What was the name of this device?
GenerLink. And check, JCP&L will accept it. They will make the provision so that they can take the socket out, take the meter out, so that it can be the GenerLink can be plugged in. You just got to make sure you know what your power consumption is and what are you willing to buy as a generator.
I got you. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Oh.
GenerLink, GENER-LINK, is that it?
Yes, I looked it up a while ago, but yes.
GenerLink. All right. I'm intrigued. I do want to get a generator, no doubt. It doesn't have to be alternate fuel, whatever, but I do want to get a good generator. And I like the concept that you can plug it in outside and it'll, run whatever I need to run in the house. That, I can just hit breakers and, depending on the size of the generator and the delivery and how much I'm going to be using, I definitely want to run the refrigerators and the HVAC. Those are the two most important things right there. And of course, some lights would be good.
Around the whole house. I mean, a lot of people I've seen do it. And the nice thing is it's probably the most simplest way to put a generator onto your house without code, without robust introduction of infrastructure or a special switch or retrofitting your box so that turn the main breaker off and then turn the breaker for the generator on. You can't physically turn on both and back them.
Yeah, I got you. Don't get me wrong. I like the idea of having it done automatically. However, I would like to have both. I'm old school. I like fail-safes. The idea of manually throwing a switch to take me off the grid while I'm running a generator would put me at ease. And it's going to be obvious when electricity does come back on. The street lights will be on. Neighbors will have electricity, and I can just shut down the generator, unplug it, and then hit the main breaker or whatever main switch and go back to actual commercial power.
Well, anyway you go, if you go GenerLink or you have somebody put in a transfer switch or a whole house circuit, you're going to have to find a generator that's going to be a lot of the big stuff that you want to keep running. But it stays there the whole time. You don't have to touch it. And all you got to do is plug in the generator, plug in the natural gas line or the gasoline if you want to keep it like that. And you turn it on and you let it rip. And then when you notice that your neighbor's got power, you can just go back outside, turn off the generator, automatically go back to the grid and power up the house. Then you can just unplug the cable.
Oh, okay. So the GenerLink will only go back to commercial power once you shut off your generator and disconnect it.
Yes. So you don't have to worry about backfeeding the system or blowing something up. It will continually run off the generator until you disconnect it. I guess there's some sort of it has some sort of physical connection that just defaults to the grid, or it's got little capacitors in there that kind of just enough power to switch it over. I don't know. I've never pulled one apart, but I've seen people talk about it. I've seen people install. And like I said, I looked into it myself years ago, and JCP&L has no problem setting up a day to have a technician come out, take the meter out of the socket, so that you can have the thing installed. And I think they install it too, so you don't have to worry about getting an electrician to do it either. You just gotta buy it. I forget how exactly you have to buy it, whether it's through them or through a contractor. I'm not sure. It's been a while.
No, this is a very good heads up. I like that concept. I like that concept a lot. That you don't have to rely on a particular company, in this case Generac, to do maintenance and have to worry about proprietary equipment and whatnot. You can have your portable generator, as large as it may be, something good size on wheels, and if it for simple maintenance you can do that. If it has to be repaired, you can take it to a place, whatever. No, this is really good information, and I appreciate that. I'm going to have to do my homework and read up on it. You definitely have my ear, young man. But that's it for me. I'm going to get out of here. I'm sorry I saw your text so late. Hopefully Roger's feeling better tomorrow. And that's another thing that the wife and I were talking about today. She noticed that the pollen count was up, that her allergies have been bothering her. I've been getting a little bit of a sniffle and maybe a small headache here and there, but that's it. I don't get the huge symptoms, but I know it's really bad out if I have these small symptoms. So my heart goes out to him. Have a good night, brother. I'll get you tomorrow.
I'll talk to you later. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to have the car tomorrow. I got to take my wife's car, so.
Hey, no problem. All right. Catch you on here when you get home. Call me in.
All right, threes, man. Alrighty, I was on a little longer than I thought it was going to be. So, night 2, awesome. I don't know what the schedule is going to look like. Depends on my home life. I may randomly turn this back on, come during the day on a Saturday if I'm doing work in here. If I'm doing work in here, I'll turn stuff on. I'll mess around, put the microphone on. I'll start chatting, see if somebody comes on. Somebody comes on. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. Everyone, have a good night and threes.